Tuned in to the War Party Paranormal Radio Show, where we will be discussing actual audio and visual clips captured during the team's investigations. Hear firsthand eyewitness accounts from fellow team members and special guests. Now smash that like, subscribe, and follow button, and let's get ready to welcome team leader and your host, Eric Vanderlaan, and tech specialist and co-host, Mike Del Coro.
We're back. We've been like on a 2-week layover.
I know.
Yeah, we've been missing everybody, so we're back at it. Back in the saddle again. So I'm Eric Vanderlaan. I'm your host of the War Party Paranormal Radio Show and team leader of War Party Paranormal Research. And I got my good buddy that way.
My name is Mike Del Coro. I am an investigator with War Party Paranormal and a tech specialist, and among other things. And we got an awesome show for you guys tonight. Joe and I were just up in New York and visited a little place called Letchworth Village. And I'll let Eric kind of tell you what we're going to get into.
Yeah, I am. So Mike and Joe had the opportunity to investigate Letchworth. I can't even say it. Say it for me.
Letchworth Village. Now you got me tongue twisting.
Letchworth Village. There we go. Say that 5 times real fast. But yeah, they went up there. Unfortunately, I didn't go, so not too happy about that.
We'll get back up there.
Yeah, they got some really good evidence that they captured there and experienced a lot of cool things. So I'm not going to waste any time. We got a couple of intros to tell you about the place. So thanks to Mike. So I'm going to let this one roll. Here we go.
Letchworth Village Rehabilitation Center. Set among the hills and woods of suburban Rockland County, a passerby could easily mistake the place for a country club or a college campus. But the early morning mist gave the place an eerie feeling, like a set from a horror movie.
Here we are at Rockland County in this abandoned village. It's called Letchworth Village. This was an insane asylum. And this place stretched acres and acres of land, extending to up to 130 buildings at one point. This place is where nightmares live. It looks straight out of a horror movie, and it was established in 1911. And this place is where they kept the physically unfit, the deformed, the mentally disabled, mentally retarded, and people they dubbed unfit for society.
So yeah, super spooky spot, and let's bring in Jose, and
Puma.
we can get him in the mix in the party.
Oh,
hello.
There he is. And where are you at, brother Joe?
How we doing? I'm still trapped in the hallway at Letchworth.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You had a little illness attached to you.
Yeah, I picked up. There's a bug going around, and it's been kicking my butt ever since we got back from New York. It's funny because it actually hit me the moment we landed. Right? I know, as soon as we got off the plane back in Palm Beach, I felt it hit me. I was like, damn it. Like, here we go.
You know, and what's funny is at the end of the investigation, I don't know if it's funny or not, but I was walking out and me and Joe were walking in the rain back to our car. And I was like, well, at least the pneumonia is going to be worth it. And so was it
Totally.
Okay.
100%.
Well, I'm extremely jealous and envious, but we're definitely we're gonna have to make a trip back there with the team and check that place out for like a month every day.
You could go there every day, probably forever.
You could go there every day for a year and not hit everything.
Yeah,
I'm
guaranteeing to you.
Yeah.
So those people who don't know about Letchworth Village, did I say that okay now?
Yes.
Get better.
Letchworth.
Okay. So
We'll get
and also, if you haven't seen Mike's recent video of the place, we got some clips here, but make sure to check it out if you haven't. But we're gonna play a pretty cool clip from Geraldo Rivera, who investigated the place, an expose. So I'm gonna let this one roll.
Being shut down in 1996 when a young Geraldo Rivera exposed the truth of these places in 1972.
Congressman Mario Biaggi had planned an official tour of the facility for 10 o'clock in the morning, but by this time, wary of what I felt were attempts on the part of the Department of Mental Hygiene to make the situation look better than it really was, my camera crew and I got there 2 hours before that. As the hour of the official tour approached, bundles of clothing were brought in for the children and a process of cleaning up was begun. Even so, none of these cosmetic changes could do much to improve the place.
Why are these patients unclothed?
We don't have enough clothing. We don't have the proper help to keep clothing on them. We have a few nudists that will not keep clothes on. They will pull them off. But most of all, we don't have the help to keep the kids properly fed. There are days we have 4 or 5 attendants to take care of 100.
Condition in a very beautiful ground, very well-built buildings. Inside we have housed the children of many of our citizens who are subjected to what appears to be the worst possible conditions I've ever seen in my life. I've visited penal institutions all over the country. I've visited hospitals all over the country. I've visited the worst brigs in the military. Nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it.
About 25% of the funding for Letchworth Village comes from the federal government, and one of the requirements for continued eligibility is that there be 80 square feet of space per patient. Here they get only 35 square feet. In the face of this terrible overcrowding, there was a ward there that stood empty because they hadn't the funds to hire the 38 people it would take to staff it.
So that's like pretty crazy. And that to me doesn't seem like too long ago. And didn't that place close in the 90s?
Yeah,
It closed in 1996.
And stuff like that was still going on.
Yeah, and it was closed in 1996, and my girlfriend and Joe's wife grew up in the area. That's how I found out about it. To be honest with you, is she was telling me about it because my girlfriend lived right down the street from there. She grew up from it, down the street from it, and yeah. So it was like in the town, in the area there. It was like no big deal, like because they see it every day. They drive past it, like, oh, that's the ward, the asylum,
Right?
But yeah, totally sad, very disturbing what these people went through.
And even that dude said that, like, when you drive by it, it looks like it's a college campus or a country club. Like, you never know. Like, it's beautiful, but you don't know what's going inside.
Because there's no fences around it. The patients were able to just freely roam around the area. I mean, and again, like, this was a massive complex, 135 buildings. It was a self-sustaining community. They would teach the patients to farm, to raise livestock. They had a fully functional power plant on the property. I mean, this was a big deal. And you wouldn't know just by driving by because you just see people walking around like it's all good. But behind closed doors, it's a horror show. Like Mike says in the intro, it's a horror movie. What's going on inside these buildings?
And it's kind of fascinating to me, and being there investigating with Joe too. He's worked in the field, the mental health field, and different things, and times have definitely changed, obviously. But he was able to explain some of the rooms and different things and what they were used for, and it was kind of neat, having somebody with that kind of background to be there on the premises investigating with us.
And it's like a perfect
real quick before I forget. I'm sorry, I just don't want to make sure I don't forget this. Scaredy Cat Paranormal, Ghost Cowboy Sean is the man. Awesome, super great guy, and he met us there and was happy to show us through, and really, really good guy. Just want to throw that out there. Big shout out.
Shout out to him. He couldn't
Sean,
make it.
You're awesome.
Yep. And you gotta come down here. We gotta take you to a few places too.
Heck yeah, we do.
Get you
Joe,
some
what were you
burritos in you.
We got a lot of
yeah,
clips.
definitely.
Too.
Yeah.
We got a lot of clips, guys, for you guys tonight. So
Yeah, so buckle your seatbelts. I mean, this is something that eventually leads to the perfect type of conditions that can develop paranormal activity.
I feel there's a lot of residual stuff there too.
So can you tell us, you guys basically focused on one building?
Yeah, exactly. We focused. Joe's been there before, so
Right.
I kind of let Joe and Sean lead the way onto where we were going to investigate what we were going to do. I kind of was like, all right, you guys been here, let's go. And they said, we might have time to hit 2 buildings, maybe just 1. So let's start with the hospital, just in case we only spend our time there. That's the best spot. So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to roll one of these videos and you guys tell us what happened. Here we go.
Sure.
So do you think you didn't hear anything, right? Because you said that you got a lot of disembodied voices there.
That was not a disembodied. That was
No, right. It's
EVP,
EVP
yeah.
from the camera. But you said that you were getting also disembodied voices
lot.
there as well.
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
That noise or EVP or voice or whatever the hell it was, sounded like it said hallway, and I did not notice that until I was starting to edit videos and cutting clips, and is when I found it, and that was from my GoPro.
Yeah.
So that I looked back and I didn't capture it on my Sony, but I did capture it on the GoPro. And it was right as Joe was reporting that he felt the temperature drop.
Yeah, there was a huge drop in temperature as soon as we got through that hallway, because that was on the way to the morgue, if I'm not mistaken, down that hallway.
Correct. Yeah.
And you were seeing a lot of shadow movements too, right?
Oh yeah,
So many.
a lot.
And that
of
was
shadow,
everywhere, spread out.
Yeah, all over.
everywhere throughout the entire building.
So Joe, when you before you walked into it, because we all know that you could sense things, what were you experiencing? What were you feeling?
Definitely a little anxiety. As soon as we crossed the threshold, because we entered in through the basement area. As soon as we crossed the threshold, I immediately just got hit. In my chest, I just started feeling tightness in my chest, and no, it wasn't the cold. We kind of just turned on our lights and just started making our way straight down.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went into
And were you getting activity right off the bat?
almost immediately. We started walking, and basically the building shaped like a big horseshoe. So we went down this one hallway, which the first time I had gone there with Sean was an area that we went to. It was an area where they have a seclusion room and observation room, and just off of that there was another hallway, and something was like, I want to go down this hallway.
You got pulled in that direction.
Yeah, so start going down that hallway, and it was more of a maintenance area,
Mm-hmm.
but it was towards the back, and that's where we pretty much started doing some EVPs in there, and in that hallway back where the maintenance area was, the entire time we're talking and we're doing stuff, but I'm looking in that area because something was drawing me to that darkness, and I kept seeing something just shooting left and right, in and out.
So And what I said,
We got a video clip of. Then later, Mike saw a shadow figure, right?
Yeah. So when we were at the Surreal Weed House, Joe, the same thing happened. Joe's like, I'm seeing something at the end of this hallway. And when we were at the Surreal Weed House, I set my full spectrum camera down right where he was looking, and that's how I captured that one. This time, I was like, Joe, move. And then, like, I plunged into the hallway, like, with no lights on and no nothing. And I'm shining my camera around, and sure as shit, I caught something moving left to right. It's really hard to see in the video, but, like, when I was looking at it on my computer, you could see it move from left to right, and it's exactly the way Joe was explaining it.
Yeah, if you guys are watching on a big screen TV, you'll probably see this. So I'm going to go ahead and play this now. There we go.
Something going on there?
I think so. Okay, you just kicked the ball.
Yeah, I did. All right.
Literally,
Let me walk in there. I'm gonna tell me where.
go in.
I'm gonna go no lights, as long as I don't fall down. I'm in here. So at the time, I didn't know if it was my eyes playing tricks on me or not. But after going through this footage, you could see a fucking human-sized shadow moving from left to right.
Be scared of us.
Fucking gives me the chills.
Just to communicate. You don't have to be scared of us. Just to communicate. You don't have to be scared of us. I think I saw something
Move over there. I want to turn the night vision on. Give me 1 sec. Right here, Joe is explaining what he saw with his eyes right when I was in the hallway filming.
It was about 3 feet into the.
So what's crazy is, like, I probably wouldn't be looking at the video as hard as I was, but
You could see the movement when I blew it up on my screen here. I could see
I was
it.
really analyzing the video because I saw something. I was like, I think I see something, and
Forgot to
what's-
bleep that.
Yeah, me too.
Chanel.
But when the crazy part is, like, when I turn the when I turn the IR light on and the night shot, you could see, like, that column right there, and you could see it almost like arm movements, like, past the column. That column was like friggin' 5 feet in front of me. So whatever it was like really close to me, like walked really close to me. And Joe spotted that from outside. Then when we went in, I saw it, and then we kind of captured it on camera. So pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, you clearly. I mean, I.
It's only what you want.
Moving left,
It's what you look for.
Yeah, it's very hard to see, but it's I especially when I'm looking at the computer right now and I have the lights in my eyes, it's even harder to see. But
Were you underground? Like, is that
we
the
were
underground
in
floor?
the basement.
You were there investigating during the day,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and
Yeah,
downstairs
the whole
pitch
place
black.
is pitch black. Yeah.
it's pitch black.
And then right before we were in there, Joe was kind of explaining where we got led to, where he led us to, because that's the first thing I said too. I was like, Joe, also now we're here. You lead the way, we'll follow you. You know. And we kind of ended up in this area where he was telling us about, and I'll play the clip. Yes, it was. Hold on.
We're here just to communicate. You don't have to be scared of us. Was that you that Joe saw hiding behind the doorway here? You don't have to be scared. We're here just to communicate. You don't have to be scared of us. Was that you that Joe saw hiding behind the doorway here? You don't have to be scared. You can just come up here and answer the question. It's this little red light in my hand.
Yeah,
Validation.
right. That's what you only wish for.
Yeah, that was it was so active. Like, Sean was so surprised too, because he's been there so many times, and he was even like, this is more active than I've seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Here's another one that was basically a little bit in the same area.
Honest here, you are not welcome to this at all. Wash us away.
I got my thermal. I got my thermal.
Saw something. I at the end of the fucking hall, I just saw something go low.
I got my thermal.
Oh my God, dude. Low. Don't.
Right here, you can hear my camera pick up an EVP of children giggling.
Don't. Thank you. So much for that.
I got my headset on and I heard the giggle. That was like freaky.
That was wild, right?
Yeah.
And that was another one that I didn't capture until I was going through the footage.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. There's one video that I thought was pretty cool that wasn't EVPs. I believe this was in the morgue. I'm not sure, but it's pretty cool. Like you had the K2 and the REM pod. Like,
so that was in the same area. That was
oh, it was
literally right after Joe saw the figure move and I saw it. We came out. We were asking if that was you, and then that started to happen.
But you're getting communication with that, so that was like really cool.
That was the same spirit, ghost, entity, whatever you want to call it, that I feel was moving right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's roll that video.
Is that you? It is? So you know if you get close to that, it'll light up. So you can interact with us by touching that. That lights up, we see it. Can you go over to it and touch it for us and let us know that you're around here?
Wait. Oh, there you go.
Yep, thank you.
This thing never goes. This thing never works. It's nobody's favorite.
Awesome. Good job. Can you make that go to red for us? That's really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I know you like those. I know you like to make them light up. Thank you so much for that.
To show us that it was really you, can you do it again? Can you make it to go to another color or blue or... Thank you very much. Dude.
How about purple?
Crazy.
The next color. Can you make it 5.1? 0.3? 0.2? Thank you very much for coming by.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So if you let go, it'll stop. Like that.
You guys are so friendly. I mean, if I was a spirit, I would be lighting up REM pods for you.
Yeah, you would hang out with us, right?
Yeah, I would. I'll make that thing go to red.
The first time, the first time that I got to go, we were in the morgue. It was me, Sean, my wife, and our friend Nicole, and we put a REM pod and a millimeter in each slot of the morgues, like the four different.
When I saw that, it reminded me of Waverly.
I have a video somewhere, and it's each device triggering one after another. Basically, we were pointing, and the device would go off until all four devices were just ripping at full pegged. I had never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
that went on for like a good 10 minutes easily, just straight. I've never seen that before.
I do got a clip when you guys were in the morgue and the REMs were going off, and then you were getting some pretty cool stuff on the spirit box. I'm gonna roll that one.
Okay. Whoa. Scaredy Cat Paranormal, Sean, kind of brought us over here. Right here, we're at the morgue, and you have 4 spots for body. We're gonna try a spirit box session here and see if we get anything. So, see what happens. Help me? Right off the bat, did that just say help me? Joe has some questions for you. Here. Ask me if I can touch this. They want to talk to you.
Is it okay if he touches the morgue area? And I take no reply as a yes. Oh, yeah. What about millimeters?
Yeah, I think it's good.
That's what shaking is. Yeah.
All right, if there's anybody in here, wanted to show you that we're not going to damage anything, we're not going to mess with anything, we're just here to communicate with you. We don't mean you any harm or disrespect, or any disrespect to the property. See? I'm not going to mess with it, we're not going to paint it, we're not going to do anything like that. We're just here to try to establish some communication. We're not like the other folks that come in here. You don't have to try to scare us out.
It's okay. You can come and talk to us. Joe. There's Joe. Hi, yes, I am here.
So what I want to do is when we go back there, I want to do the Delco, and I want you to slide me inside in that tray.
Let's do it. You're in. You're in. You're going.
Let me marinate for like a good 15 minutes, and then we get the party started.
There you go. I'll do it. Let's do it.
Wrap me with the tripwire.
Like a mummy.
Like a Christmas tree.
Well, I'll tell you.
So right there in that area, Joe, Joe heard something behind me, and I kind of heard a little something too. Mm-hmm. For some reason, when I was editing the video, it didn't make it in there. But this EVP is what came right after. So Joe hears a noise. I kind of hear something, and then I'm listening, and I hear like rain outside, like dropping on leaves and stuff. And then I hear like a puddle of rain in the corner, and I hear like a bloop. I'm not very good with the sound effects, but and I'm like maybe it's just the rain, and this happened.
Not the rain. It's not the rain. Oh, yeah.
Again. That was me. Rain, not the rain.
Oh. That's me. It's me. It's me. Yeah. It's my house.
It's around. The one that was heating up.
Blue.
Yeah, it's dropping.
You saw something. Somebody threw me out going down that way. One time.
Yeah, I mean, we were all seeing shadow figures in the corner of our eyes, like down the halls and all over the place.
And hearing stuff, and
Sean, at one point. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'll say Sean at one point called Joe when we walked away. We went to take a little break, and I wasn't on the phone. I was videoing. I'm like, "What did he say? What's going on?" But what did he end up saying to you?
Is this when you were filming me peeing?
Yeah,
out the side of the building. Okay.
I did it tastefully. I put it in the video tastefully.
At least you didn't pee inside the building.
No, I aim outside. I don't remember, honestly, because on the clip from the video you did, it has what he was saying on it. I don't remember.
Yeah, basically you said that he's getting stuff thrown at him or something.
Oh yes, that's right. That he was saying that he was getting like rocks and like pebbles and stuff being thrown at him while he was in that room. So we pretty much just finished and went right over to where he was at, and we had a couple spots in there that even we got things thrown at us.
Really?
And it wasn't like, granted, it's an old place. There's stuff coming off the ceilings and stuff like that. These were not vertical falls. These were horizontal things being like tossed at us.
Like being thrown with intent.
Right.
I actually got a little clipperoo. And also everybody that's watching, there's a lot of these clips are taken from a little video I put together. I actually put the description in the link to this video if you want to watch the full investigation. I'd appreciate it if you do. Let's see here, and let me find that clip right here. Boom. And this was when we were in the area where the solitary, I'm going to call it solitary, lack of better terms. What was it called, Joe? It's a seclusion room.
The seclusion room.
Yep.
This is awesome.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, Kat made a statement earlier talking about the EVP saying don't let them out, or which she could be very right. Would be more like a staff member trying to stop the patients from getting out of that area. Because if you'll see that area, there's a door. It's a bigger room. Then it's a seclusion room, an observation room, and then there's another room which was used that had a bunch of beds in that room, so they would hold
Any
patients.
Staff members die, like maybe get murdered there from patients?
I'm almost positive.
There's so much stuff that you can't even find, like that they hid. I was watching one thing. They used to help, like so I don't blame all the staff. Obviously, they were just completely like understaffed, so bad. Mm-hmm. Some of the staff wanted to help. Some of the staff not so much, but some of the staff really cared. Like there was some nurses and stuff that came in on their days off just to help take care of the patients because they knew they were going to be, left on their own. And I guess there was a report that they were feeding these kids, like force feeding them, like, and there was like 15 deaths just from choking. Mm-hmm. So there's so much stuff in this that happened in this building. It's like Geraldo called his documentary of the last American or the Great American Disgrace.
How long were you guys there? How many hours did you investigate?
All day.
Like 7 hours.
Okay, you got there in the morning, left.
And we did one building, and we didn't even get to the third floor.
So what would be like the next building to go to other than the hospital?
The power plant.
Why the power plant? What's going on there?
There's a lot of the stuff they use it for storage underneath. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of the old equipment, like the tables, like the operating tables,
like some experiments and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's also like the
there's
hydration
a clinic out there too.
Yeah, the hydration tank, therapy, like they have them all set up down there. So there's a lot of stuff there, and I'm sure there was like some pretty, there was a lot of rapes and different things that went on as well, and that's a secluded area.
And what were all the buildings? Were they like sort of like dorms, or
there were a lot of dorms? Mike went in to take a look at one of the dorms in there, but I mean there's recreation buildings, where they would have play games and sports and stuff. Right. They had a big administration building which has caught fire. It's totally gone, pretty much. It's just the exterior.
Did Isn't there like Native American like burials or something like around there?
I'm sure there are. I mean, it's upstate New York. Pretty much everything up there. The synagogue right next to the hospital. There are other just churches, different houses of worship. And we were just on one side of the campus. If you cross the street onto the other side of the campus, there was another 10, 15 buildings that we just were like, I can't believe this is just here, just like that.
Yeah, it's literally just right there. Like,
yeah.
Well,
it's
insane. There's one EVP that you got was pretty cool.
Well, I was sorry, Eric, to interrupt, but I think we got a little.
Why are you interrupting?
No, we got a little off track there, but we were talking about the things being thrown, so I wanted to play that clip real quick.
Okay, cool.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind.
What the fuck?
I heard that.
Something just got thrown. Yeah. Something just got thrown. I heard that.
Did something fall from the ceiling?
If it fell, it had to have been a chunky ass piece of.
I did hear that. Again.
Where are you? That's crazy.
I'm telling you. I mean, Sean goes there. He calls this his training grounds. Like, Sean is there.
That's what Belle Glade used to be to us, for us.
Right. So this dude is in this place at least once a week, at least as long as I've known him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it has never been as active as it was that day that we were there. He says he's never.
That's because War Party Paranormal was in the house. In his house. Yep.
So yeah, no, and that, in that clip when you hear me go, ah, then something's happening, something's going on. If I make that noise, there's something happening.
We've already done that a few times.
Yeah,
but
I guess it's that time though, isn't it, Eric, for our little promotional spiel?
Yeah, I'll roll this little clip and then I'll let you talk about it.
All right.
All right. Now, where is it? Oh, there we go. There we go.
What's up, my paranormal peeps? I'm Eric Vanderlaan, and I'm the host of War Party Paranormal Radio, and also the team leader of War Party Paranormal Research. And we got an exciting announcement to let you guys know tonight, and it involves stuff like this, and my co-host is going to tell you all about it.
What's up, guys? I'm Mike Del Coro with War Party, obviously. We are a technical team, and we always have people ask us, where can we get equipment like this? Well, you can get it from the ghosthunterstore.com. We got a nice little sponsorship worked out with them. We're going to be doing some giveaways, so stay tuned. Very, very cool, and go check them out at theghosthunterstore.com.
Peace.
Christmas is around the corner.
That's right.
Yeah, that Fasten camera is looking pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right? $50 will make you holler.
Yeah, if you guys go over to the Ghost Hunter store on the checkout, if you put in the code Ghost Gone Wild, you'll get a discount on your order. And if you go ahead and comment the code word, today's show, the code word is going to be Letchworth. If you put that in the comments, not in the live chat, but the actual comments to the YouTube channel show, you will be entered in for a chance to win a $50 gift card from the Ghost Hunter store. Awesome.
And by the way, people aren't commenting too much, so I'm pretty sure if you comment, you got a pretty good chance you're going to win. It's legit. I know Erica's on here, and Carrie won $50, and I'm sure she already bought something.
Everything helps, especially in the holiday season.
Yeah, you can get something nice for $50. You can get about
and you still got a couple hours left of Black Friday. So
yeah, Cyber Monday.
Yeah,
The
Cyber
Ghost Hunter
Monday.
Store. Yep, you got a few hours left, so at least get your discount. And what's that discount, Mike?
It's Ghost Gone Wild, all one word, and it depends on your order and what you're ordering, but you could use it on top of other sales.
That's right. Get double the discount.
Double it up. All right. So now let's get into some weird stuff, right? So we got pretty spooky EVP, but I had my fun-sized companion that is a evil detector, and I could tell that there was nothing to be worried about. But I'm going to play this here, and we'll tell you what we're talking about.
In a psychiatric unit, they have usually 1 to 2 rooms, depending on the size of the facility, that are used for seclusion rooms. They have a bed in there, and those are used to, if necessary, to tie down a patient to a bed who's going through an episode. So this is where you would administer medication and strap them on the wrists and ankles down to a bed.
Let's walk down. Your footsteps. I heard that too. You still with the door? Anyone down there? Want to come on and see what's going on? Come by.
So I work with adults, so all around the spectrum.
Well, that's good. At this point, we all decide that we're going to try to see if we can capture an electronic voice phenomenon, or EVP, on our voice recorders.
Watch, listen, I slowed it down. It says, I believe that it says, whatever it is saying, there's something about get out of here, devil, and it says it, and then it says it again the exact same way. It's like the sentence repeats itself twice. Joe, listen. And I slowed it down. Get out of here, it's the devil. Get out of here, it's the devil. Or get out of here, something devil.
I'm hearing, I'm the devil. I'm hearing the whole sentence, but I'm hearing it, get out of here, I'm the devil.
But then twice.
Yes, but again, like, we know that we get that all
Yeah,
the
we
time,
get that.
That it's like usually just...
By the way, Sean sports that cowboy hat really nicely. I mean,
He does.
A lot better than Tim.
He wears it well. And what I was saying, it sounded a little goofy in the beginning there before we went to the clip, but I wasn't worried because Joe wasn't worried. And Joe is sensitive to that kind of stuff. And when we're around something dark or something that I would say that's dark or evil or something of that nature, he'll start to feel sick, and he'll be like, we got to get out of here. And I asked him, like, do you feel anything? He said, no, I feel fine. I feel like the presence is dark.
I just felt sad is all I felt the entire time. I just wasn't anything like, trying to get after us. It was just they wanted to communicate, and they sure as hell did. And it was just a sad presence, just overwhelming sadness. And then especially down in that lower level. The next level up was a different feel to it, because the next level up was more of offices and just regular examinations.
Where did you get those screams and moans?
That was in the morgue.
That was in the morgue.
Okay, so I think that was the coolest piece of evidence that you got, because it matched up to the screams and moan of the children that you heard in the background of that Geraldo Rivera interview.
And
that was really cool.
Here's the craziest part, and I'm getting goosebumps
Sad,
right now, like just talking about it. But when we got that EVP, we all could tell what we thought it was, like right off the bat.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And not until I was editing this video did I have all the bits and pieces of the Geraldo Rivera expose. I didn't watch it before the video. Before the investigation, I didn't want to. I wanted to go in blind and then kind of see. And then once I was editing the video and I heard that, and I was like, man, that reminds me of this. And I put the two together.
I just got an idea. We got to reach out to Geraldo Rivera, bring him
Right?
on a little ghost investigation. He would love that.
That would be amazing.
Anybody got a connection? Let us know.
Right? Geraldo.
Only if we all wear the mustache.
Yeah, I gotta start
I can throw one of those. But yeah, I'm gonna play that clip. This is pretty cool.
Do it. Kids screaming and
That's
yelling.
people
and
fucking
chaos.
going nuts. Holy shit.
Once resided in these buildings. Now listen to this. And listen in the background. And tell me if it sounds similar to you.
I'm Congressman Biaggi. How are you? Why are these patients unclothed?
We don't have enough clothing. We don't have the...
What's that?
What the fuck was that, dude? Get out, bitch. Oh, bitch.
Help, please.
Help me.
That's crazy. I mean, here you find like original audio of that, and then you captured something that sounds just like that.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it's just mind blowing.
And you got to imagine too, like this is captured down in the basement, lower levels of this huge building, and there are several rooms in the lower levels that were used to just pack in these people, all these poor people. So imagine when this place was in fully operation, the sounds that must have come from this one building alone. And just walking the grounds, and all you're hearing is screaming and crying, and it's incredibly sad, and to capture something like that, that's probably one of the greatest and saddest pieces of evidence I've ever captured in my life.
Yeah, the same.
So you mostly felt sadness. You didn't sense anything evil there.
I felt sadness the entire time that we were in there.
That's how Waverly was. Some people say like there's evil entities there, but I never felt that. I just felt sadness the whole time. It
was a similar type feeling, I would say. Waverly and this place were very similar in the sense of the way that it felt, and even the way that it looked. A lot of the places. The thing that kind of was really surprising to me is that there was a lot of like original stuff still there, like the phone on the wall. There was still like paper towels in the dispensers.
It's crazy, like how these type of places, like they just leave, get up and leave, and they leave everything behind. Because that's all the prisons that I've investigated that were abandoned, like the Broward Women's Correctional Facility, where Eileen Warnos was locked up in, and Belglade, everything was left behind. I mean, even in Belglade, on outside of the fence around the perimeter that locked everyone in, they had the prison workers' quarters, and they had like a gym. They had desks. They had like these important documents, like transferring inmates, and they even had a gym with all the equipment still there, just rotting away. Just really weird. I don't know.
Did you pump any iron when you were there?
I pumped my iron.
Yeah, it's wild, and it's wild to see because it really just gets your imagination going too. Like man, just imagine.
And that was like a state-run facility.
Yeah, so those are tax dollars, so they didn't care.
So I don't know. Maybe it's like these state-run facilities that decide they're going to close up. They don't care about the stuff there, and they just leave it behind, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, it's just like just like any of these like places, it's it started off with a good intention.
Oh yeah.
And then it became a place where people would just dump people.
Yeah.
They would,
And the understaffing is huge too.
Absolutely. I mean, imagine like they would, especially in like early 1900s, they would lock up. They would drop people would drop off their wives because they got into a disagreement. Oh, they're clearly out of their freaking mind, and then you would have a child. Now there's programs to help people who have children with disabilities and stuff. Back then, you had a disability, you were a disgrace to people out in public. So what were you going to do? You were
even back in those days, I mean, people even locked up like people in their attic and just let them stay there so no one could see them and know about them.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy what kind of mentality people had back in those days, and sad.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I was doing a podcast yesterday, I think, and we were talking about this investigation, and it was very difficult to edit the YouTube video that I did for this. To be honest with you, links in the bio. But like going back through it like over and over and watching the clips because you want to make sure everything transitions smoothly and it's and I'm watching this Geraldo Rivera clips like over and over and over, and like at the end of like editing it, like after a couple of hours, I was just like, wow, dude, I need to like go like do something else. I need to go put cartoons on or something. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like, it's dark, man. Very dark stuff.
Well, I gotta pause this for a second because I gotta let our KGRA digital broadcasting listeners know that in a few minutes they'll be switching over to their next show. And KGRA has a bunch of awesome shows, not only us. Yeah, we're all right. But they got stuff on UFOs, the cryptids, the paranormal, all kinds of things. Check them out. They have big name people there. And if you want to continue watching us, you can hop on to our War Party Paranormal YouTube page. And we're still going live there. And by the way, I want to thank all our listeners. I'm sorry we haven't been around for a couple of weeks, but thanks for showing up as usual. We really enjoy this. We love giving you guys a good show. Continue.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
How did I do? Did I do a good job?
You did fantastical.
All right. Fantastical. I like that word.
Like you've done this before.
Yeah.
So again, another piece that I missed. I don't know how, and I didn't get it in the video, but we got it here for you now. We captured a disembodied voice barely, and by barely, I didn't have my camera rolling. No, and Joe happened to be smart enough to stick his cell phone down and just hit record, and this is what happened.
We heard a disembodied voice like make like a whimpering sound. And
I heard it too.
Yeah, Mike and I heard it, and we caught it on camera. It's going to be really quick. We might slow it down, but here it is.
I heard it.
You see us react.
Yep.
So that was cool. We got the capture. You could see me like spin around and point, and it was like a women's voice or like a whimpering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need to change the subject, but
shortly after that, we actually got another disembodied voice that in the same room. That this time only Mike heard it. I got that one also on film with my camera.
Did Katie make you shave the beard for the wedding? By the way, they went up there for a wedding.
Nah.
Okay, just checking.
No, we went up there for Letchworth, and there was a wedding going on at the same time.
There happened to be
got a clean shaven. I like the
beard. We went for Letchworth and the Shanley. So,
exactly.
And then there was a wedding in
for
between.
the next show.
Yeah, we're gonna have a show on that here soon too. I'm working on putting something together for that. That was awesome, by the way. So yeah, definitely, I would say top investigations by far. Sorry, Eric.
That's okay. We're going there next year. About you. I'll just bring a sleeping bag. I'll go.
I offered. You could came. You could have came.
I know. Oh, we do have real jobs where we got to pay the bills, open enrollment. So
I just got in trouble for saying that. We went to Letchworth, and Eric just left.
Bye.
Look, I got in trouble. All right, so now it's the Mike and Joe show. Eric got fired.
Yeah.
No, he'll be back. Technical issues. Here he comes.
That's weird. That was paranormal. That's my paranormal act for the night. Live. Human live. I can disappear. What are we talking about?
You made it back really quick.
I know.
So, Joe, what was your...
Sorry, that I heard something
overall
weird.
like no, I was gonna say like all right. Here's a question: the first time you went, when I wasn't with you, did you guys investigate any other buildings?
No, we only went to that building, to the hospital building, just because I was pressed for time. We were making the rounds, visiting other like friends of my wife's.
Mm-hmm.
So I was only there for about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So we went into that area. We went into the room where the seclusion room is, and to the morgue, and that's it. We didn't hit anything else. Actually, we stopped in the dormitory where we went into.
Mm-hmm. You went at night that time, right?
No, it was daytime.
During the day, okay.
Yeah. It's heavily patrolled at night. And
even if you're stealth like Puma, like
that place is it's huge.
So
it's
during the day they don't
think.
patrol it.
Oh, they do. It's kind of like a park. It's like a walking path. People are allowed to walk around the area.
I got you.
But there are signs posted everywhere. You're like,
Luckily, we knew a guy.
Exactly. Like we were okay. But at night, from what I was told, also it's a lot more police who patrol, not just the regular.
And was it more active the first time or the second time you went?
Well, this time I got to spend a whole day here. This time, the last time I had an hour and a half, and let me tell you this: in that hour and a half that I was there, I saw a 20-minute long REM pod communication session with Sean, Ghost Cowboy, him interacting with a child spirit, and it was literally 20 minutes long, to the point that I was like, the batteries have to be fried on the REM pod. That's probably why it's going off. Picked up the REM pod, put brand new batteries in it, put it back, and same thing. That thing was pegging the entire time. And these are completely abandoned buildings. There is no electricity in here. Like, there's no way. And then to go from there to the morgue, put up a device in each of the slots for the bodies, and have every device individually and then all together just going. I'd never seen anything like that. And then, that was amazing in an hour and a half. The stuff that we experienced here in the 7 hours that we were in this building, I will never forget.
And it was like constant, right?
It was nonstop. It was, I would say the time that we had the least activity was when we first walked in, before we even put our bags down, we were just walking to a location, and then it would just erupt. And then we'd walk to the next location, and then it would erupt. And then we would do that the entire time. And then when we went upstairs, Sean had to leave. He had to go to work. So he kind of gave us just a rundown of, what's on the second floor. And then have at it. And, we kind of just did a little bit more urban exploration than investigating on that floor. But even then, like, there was still points that it was just like you felt it, like this. It was active, like, throughout the entire place. You know, it's a truly
So were there
truly
some
amazing
buildings?
place.
Were there some buildings that were like pretty much like pretty dangerous to walk through that are
Yeah,
decrepit?
100%.
Yeah. When we were on the second floor, was it the second floor? Yeah, the second floor. When we walked into the big area, and the ceiling was kind of caving in, I said, I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
I'm not walking on that. Like Sean's like, you're fine. I've been through here, but I was like, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not walking on that shit.
Right. Well, it was more like because in that part of the hospital, it's
what's
only
going on
2
with our
floors.
chat here?
I know, right?
I'm blocking them. We're getting some spam going on here.
You guys can see I'm clearly on this page with you guys. I'm not anywhere else.
So anybody, thanks for the. Don't put it up there.
No, it's teasing.
No support.
Whatever.
No, I'm trying to block them as they come in.
No one's gonna go there.
We didn't even make it to the 3rd floor because we had to leave. First, it started pouring, so we had to like pack up everything, try to get it under wraps, to leave to get back to the car, which was a hike to get to it. And then, cross a mountain, essentially, to go to
not like Aerojet.
Where the wedding was.
No.
This was and it was like pouring rain. It was.
Yeah, that's why I said is it gonna be worth the pneumonia?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cold and rainy.
Clearly.
But it was an experience, and it was so sad.
Tea and honey.
Yeah, he does.
Yes,
there you go.
I'm gonna make some as soon as we finish up here.
So yeah, it was like I said,
Throw a little bourbon in there.
Go ahead. I will.
Super sad place. Man.
Yeah,
but what an experience. What an experience. That's all I could say. And then guys, I didn't show anybody this or tell anybody this, but after I left and I went back to the hotel, a couple of weird things were happening, and it kind of like, I don't really get spooked, but this was kind of weird, and I just had it on my phone, and like I figured, screw it, I'll throw it on the show tonight, and we'll see. So,
all right, sorry I don't have a shirt on. I'm in the hotel room. Just got back after investigating Letchworth, and I saw the light flicker over there in front of the bathroom and the bathroom, and I don't normally jump to any conclusions or anything, but that was weird. And I let it go like 3 or 4 times without thinking anything of it. I'm just gonna check it out. Oh, get the fuck out. I swear to God. I swear to Christ. That's why I turned on the recorder. I mean the video. Can you turn it back off? So that's not the only light that's been doing it. There's also this lamp. And I want to say, when I came over here to work on the computer, I left the bathroom light on as well. I hope something didn't follow me out of Letchworth. My girlfriend's going to kill me. We'll just have to see. Hopefully it's nothing, it's just wiring. But just videoing it. Just in case something else crazy happens later. Okay, I'm back. So like I said, I was just kind of moving some files onto my computer from today's footage, and it went out again just now. I'm wondering if it's heating up and something's triggering it to shut down and then come back up. I'm gonna see if it comes back on, and then I'm gonna go investigate it here a little bit. Okay, guess what? It's me again. So it came back on. Like, there wasn't much time difference this time. This was about like 30 seconds since I stopped recording.
You were probably like, Kat, when are you coming back?
Yeah, I was.
You're like, but I can't tell you because
I didn't
you
even
come
tell
home.
her. I just showed her the video. Just
You ain't
before
coming
we went
home.
She's like,
she scared it away.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
She's like, that better
Hey,
stay.
no ghosts following us.
And to be fair, the hotel that we were staying is a pretty old hotel. Is a pretty haunted hotel. After a little research.
Oh, what happened at that hotel? What was it, like a Days Inn or like
this
like a historical type hotel?
Poughkeepsie Grand Hotel.
Oh, that's definitely haunted.
Forever.
Yeah, it's like right in like on the main drag there in Poughkeepsie. I was down the street from another like famous theater. Houdini played there. A bunch of like big people.
It's almost attached to it. Like if you.
So what's the story of the hotel then?
I gotta look it up. I'm on a lot of medication and my brain is really foggy. But it's an older hotel. It's been remodeled a few times. There's been other hotels there on that property. Just in front of the hotel, across from us, you can see like all of these buildings that are, late 1800s, early 1900s.
So maybe it wasn't something following me from Letchworth. Maybe I just happened to get into a room.
Yeah, there's from what I was reading, there's been stories about that place for a bit, and it's funny too because Katie even had made the comment. She's like, well, this place is pretty haunted, so you might end up catching something here. And you were having that with the lights. What I was getting was bangs on the walls, and I was like, "Did you?" And Katie's like, "I told you, I told you."
They were like, oh, they can communicate with people on the other side. They can communicate with us people.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. Like, obviously the first thing I'm going to think is, wiring issues or faulty electrical stuff. But
demon.
But my girlfriend Kat just said too just now, because I never even told her about it. She said she never saw the light do that the whole time we were there. And it was only right when I got back and I was going through my computer footage.
It likes Mikey.
Yeah, maybe.
Plus, your head was cleanly shaved too.
It was. I had to do it, and now it's not.
Yeah.
So.
I was at the bar downstairs with Kat and Katie and.
I was tired. I went up by myself and was like, I'm gonna rip this footage onto my computer and crash.
Yeah, I went drinking.
But yeah, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the show. That was some like really remarkable footage. It was mind-blowing investigation.
We will have a part 2.
I probably have enough footage to do another video.
No, but we're gonna revisit it. We have to go. Joe's gonna go a third time.
Heck yeah!
Third time
we're gonna bring the rest of the crew with us.
We got to go. There's so much going on out there, and then like I said, you got the Shanley Hotel, which is not too far, about an hour drive from there. That we stayed the night at, and I'm gonna just tell you guys the name of the video that I'm making is called "The Hotel's So Haunted We Had to Sign a Waiver," and that's true. We had to sign a waiver to spend the night there. That if we get scratched,
I need more places like that in my life.
And so you'll have to see what would happen there, coming soon. And guys,
all right, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, don't forget that these are all clips from a video that I had put together. If you're joining us later, you could
check it out.
The description's in the link is in the description. So yeah, I'd love for you guys to check it out. Let me know what you think.
All right, so shall we plug ourselves?
Do it.
Let's start with our guest, El Puma.
Absolutely,
yeah. So you could find me at Joe Hunts Ghosts on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and pretty much anything War Party Paranormal. And I'm slowly coming out with some little clips. I'm not going to do full-length videos, but I'm doing clips from different things that occurred from these investigations as well. Some of the stuff that Mike didn't capture on his footage, and some of the stuff from other angles. So I'm going to posting the 2 clips with those disembodied voices, so that you guys could also hear them, because they didn't make that cut of the video. So
yeah, there was so much going
pretty
on,
cool
and
stuff.
you know,
Yeah.
there's a lot, and then Joe, you know, was being, you know, with being sick and going through all the videos and everything, and I got a little impatient, and I love making the videos and putting it out there. So, but yeah, definitely check out his stuff, and you'll see some of the other clips from the investigation, and you know.
Oh, and real quick, I know we've already mentioned it at the top of the show. Dan Tex already addressed it. Guys, go give Sean Flynn, Scaredy Cat Paranormal, the Ghost Cowboy, a follow on Instagram. Go follow his YouTube channel. Sean is an awesome dude. He was actually my first friend when I joined Instagram for my paranormal stuff, and this is about 2 years ago. Awesome guy. Sean, if you're rewatching, brother, thank you so much. We truly appreciate the time you to show us around, and we will see you soon. And like we said, invitations open for you anytime, bro. Anytime.
Yep. I'll be there, so I'll be coming to meet you.
Absolutely, Sean. Go follow Sean. He's a good guy. I'll put the links in the description. I think I might have already, but I'll make sure they're there.
Senior Mike?
Me? You can find all my stuff very easily if you just go to my webpage. It's FLA Paranormal Researcher, all one word.com. And I have links to all my social media and stuff. And then my YouTube, I've been trying to focus on a little bit more lately. So definitely check that out. It's the same FLA Paranormal Researcher.com.
Right there in the bottom.
Thank you, Eric. And Eric, where can everybody find all your awesome stuff?
Well, I'm gonna tell everybody one thing. Whatever you do, don't follow those sex chats because they're just there to steal your money. Nothing's really gonna happen.
You found out the hard way?
Yeah, definitely. So I just want to give a little piece of advice there.
Yeah, we got
you learned the stripper doesn't really like you?
No matter what they say. But if you got a lot of money, then things change. But don't throw your money away for that. You can do better things.
Like
you
buy,
can go to the Ghost Hunter store and buy we got we're gonna add a new piece of device to our collection, so we're gonna be coming out with some real kick-ass videos soon.
Heck yeah, I can't wait.
Sony AX53.
Love it.
Chris Fexter knows he was using that at Virginia City.
Such a great piece of equipment.
Anyway, hate to change the subject, but big shout out to all our people in the chat. We appreciate you. Please come back. We're going to have something good next week. I don't know what's going to be, but it's always going to be something good. Right, Mike?
Always. We always come up with something.
You could follow my stuff at Ghost Hunter South Florida. That's my personal stuff. Always posting stuff there all the time. Check it out on Instagram, Facebook. Nothing really going on YouTube because I've been working on this stuff. But I don't know. Maybe one day
somebody's got to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, exactly. And do follow the War Party page and check out warpartyparanormal.com. Everything's linked to it. These shows. If you know people who need help that are local, they can reach out to us directly because that's what we're all about. We're helping people. We don't charge a dime. Non-for-profit. So check us out. Thank you everybody for joining the show, and I'm gonna let Mike take this home.
All right, guys, have a good one and appreciate it. Thank you. Peace.